Pistons fans, what's going on? It's your boy King, man. We just finished out the home games for the season, man. We got 2 more on the road. But, man, we have so much to talk about. We got the draft coming up. We have free agency. We got to get prepared for next year. Let's talk about it. Let's dig in, man. We here, right? Last home game of the season. It's done. It is done. I mean, man, definitely exhale, right? 2 more games left on the road, but tonight was the last night. Back-to-back tail nights, man. Absolute crazy experience. First of all, I just want to, give the honor and glory to the Most High for putting me in a position that you've put me in over this last month or 2. It's crazy. Y'all know where I was a year and a half ago, right? So it means so much to me. The relationships that I've built with great people means so much to me, man. For everybody that's been along for this tough season to be a Pistons fan, to all of my subscribers that's been sticking with the channel, for everybody that's walked up and just said, hey, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? For that young fan that I met yesterday, absolutely blew my mind. Shout out to you, Kyle. So, man, means a lot to me. Keeps me motivated because I give this to you guys for free. You guys are my payment. I don't get paid to do what I'm doing. You guys are my payment. For you guys to come up and just say y'all appreciate what I do, that means the world to me. All the messages on Instagram, all the messages on Twitter, Facebook, I get them all. I don't get to answer all of them because sometimes it's a lot, but trust me, I see you. I see you. So, and for the great relationships, man, from, Mr. Darren Hayes to James Hunter to, man, just from Ashton and man, it's just so many people. Christian, all these people that you have an opportunity to meet when you're down there at the arena, man. It's like family down there at the arena. Everybody's there for one common goal, and that's to root for the Detroit Pistons. And with doing that, you meet some really great and humble people along the way, man. So shout out to all of you guys as well. Shout out to my brothers, man, at We 3 King. Shout out to Downtown Deuce, man. Everybody known as Daryl. I don't want to leave anybody out, right? But shout out to everybody that's just doing it, period, man. Whether it be from Sean Halfcourt to Kool-Aid to the Woodward heavyweights, man, it's been a long year for all of us. We cover these teams, right? So just wanted to get that out, man. Shout out to Ty Hopkins for the swag. Shout out to Ty Hopkins, man. Another real humble person, man. But it's been a blast. It's been a blast. So let's talk about this season, man. Ups and downs, right? Injuries definitely changed the direction of where we were going. This was the year of compete. And that all changed after game 12 for Mr. K. Cunningham, man. It killed us. It killed us. We made some moves mid-season. Like I said, we had to let go of Sadiq Bey. We brought in Wiseman. Whether you agree with it or not, it happened. So a lot of young guys, we come to a point to where we at the end of the season now where, besides Corey, everybody on the court is probably under 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? So you literally had a bunch of kids out there, man. A lot of guys being shut down during the season. We know what this is, right? Let's just be honest. We know it's tank for Wemby. You know what I'm saying? So It's not a surprise, man. But it's a lot of fans out there that don't understand that, and they look at the record and say, man, we only won 16 games and, this, that, and, there's a lot of misunderstanding of what we're doing as an organization. And I get it. Everyone's not a basketball guru. Everybody doesn't understand the same way that you do, right? So that's why I make my content, to try to make people understand a little bit better of what Troy Weaver and the Pistons organization may be trying to do. And it's really not that hard to understand at this point. Obviously, we have a nice portion of people who understand, because those Pistons games be live. Don't get it twisted, man. They be live, especially over this last month. It's been rocking in there. So a lot of passionate fans, man. A lot. So, we all understand, man. We know what this is. So if you don't understand, it was tank for Wemby season. That's where we are. That's why we losing. Okay. Some of y'all might say it's just because Dwayne Casey. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I've been there with y'all before, right? 3 years ago, I told y'all this. And, right now it's just a lot of frustration. It's a lot of frustration, not only from the fans, but people around, within that group. There's frustration there. You better believe that. So, will the Pistons go a different direction next season? We have to wait and see. Not necessarily meaning fire Dwayne Casey, but moving him to a different position. I believe that's a realistic thing. I think that's something that just might happen. So unless Troy decides to give Dwayne Casey an opportunity to do something with an actual roster that's ready to, take the next step, when you have a returning Cade Cunningham, when you have these two jokers back here, man, them two, man, I love them two. Boy, Ivy and Duran, and a healthy Cade, whoever we go and get in this draft, hopefully Wemby. If not Wemby, probably Miller. I still think Miller is the second option. I don't think we go get Scoop, simply because we got that dog back there. Man, we'll see. We got free agency. Listen, we got a ton of money, but don't expect us to go out there and buy the world. That's not what's going to happen. Let me explain something to you guys. I had to explain this to the Lions fans, and now they're reaping the benefits, man. I know some of y'all that's not football fans, y'all looking at the Lions fans like, man, be quiet. Listen, they got a legit reason to be excited, because their restoration project over there is definitely on the up and up, and they're doing it right. For the first time in my lifetime, they're doing it right. Well, Troy Weaver's also doing it right. And what y'all got to understand is, we're not going to get a superstar, not with this team at this state. You just won 16 games. Everybody in your team is damn near a teenager. A superstar is not coming to that. What you're going to do is be able to sign some really solid, good pieces and bring some guys here. Jeremy Grant is a real option. That's a real thing. That is a real thing. From what I know, that's a real thing. So we need a real 3-and-D guy, right? Anyway, so that's a real thing. But when you look at free agency, really, who are you going to go and throw a bunch of money at? Because only two things are going to happen. You're not getting a superstar. That's one. And if you do get somebody that's of a superstar-ish type of caliber, you're going to overpay for them, and they're coming here for a payday. This is not the destination right now. The reason why the Lions were able to do what they did, they had a relationship, but at the same time, the NFL world watched what the Lions became in that second half of the season. They watched Hard Knocks. Those players want to play for Dan Campbell. I don't think players are dying to come play for Dwayne Casey and a 16-win team. That's not the situation you're in yet. Yet is the key word. So what do you have to do? You have to draft and develop players into those stars. And you have three great options: Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duran. Those guys definitely have potential to be stars, especially Cade, especially Duran, Ivy too. So that's how you have to do it. I got to go down memory lane. You raise that to that point first, and then you bring the guy. Golden State raised Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and then brought KD. You know what I'm saying? So you look at some of these teams that raise these players. You got your Marcus Smart and your Jason Tatum and your Jaylen Brown, even though he may be getting ready to leave Boston. They raised those players. The Suns raised those players, Ayton and Booker. Then they brought Chris Paul and them. Y'all have to understand the process, man. We got to go out here and draft first. And then when you raise that talent, that's where you have opportunities to bring stars. Stars want to play for teams that have meaning. They're not just going to come to your... This is Detroit, bro. This is Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody's going to come here, it's because they want to win. All right? That's just what it is. I don't even know why I have to explain it, but I just do. So just understanding that in itself. So we got another opportunity in this draft to get an absolute amazing player. We hit the revenge tour from Cade, because I know Cade been sitting back listening and watching. I can't wait to drop that dedicated video. Listen, I got number 2 on right now. So one thing y'all got to understand, man, you know, y'all seen my reaction when we drafted Cade. So don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, man. Cade is still numero uno. He's still numero uno. Don't get it twisted. But now you got some raising that's been done this season with the 2 rookies. You see what I'm saying? With some of the other younger guys on the team, you had some growth. Definitely had some growth moments. From the very beginning of the season, what have I said? You're going to have ups and downs during this development process. The very first thing I said to you guys, and what happened? You had ups and downs. Killian started rough. Went on the streak for about a good month or so. After the Paris game, went down again. Went on a nice little streak again. And now it's just spotty. That's what you see with a 21-year-old. That's what you see. Just for instance, in 2 games, these last 2 nights, you've seen Ivy go off and what he can potentially become. And then tonight, even though he had a decent amount of points, he did not play well. Those are the growth moments with young players. Wiseman look like gold sometimes, and sometimes he looks outmatched. That's what that is, man. That's what you got to understand. You have to get out of your emotion. You have to stop chasing stats. Listen, if you want to chase stats, listen to me closely. There's a player out in Dallas. His name is Luka Doncic. You can become a fan of him. He puts up a lot of pretty numbers in stat sheets. But when it comes to the defensive side of the ball, he's sitting on the bench waiting for the other team to get done. The Dallas Mavericks will never win anything. The Houston Rockets will never win anything. Those franchises don't get it. They don't understand. So, listen, when we go into this draft, when we go into free agency, what we need to be looking for is some damn defense. Because we suck at defense. We watched the Bucks give us, 49 and a quarter before. So, bro, Yeah, I think we need to be looking for 3-and-D wings. I think if we get Wemby, that definitely helps a whole lot because he's going to block a lot of shots in his career in this league. You know, my conspiracy theory is strong with the Paris game and Paris and all the advertising. My conspiracy theory is there. It's a business. The NBA is a business. So let's just hope I'm right. I've been right 3 years straight. 3 years straight, I've been right on who we're taking. Even though I wanted to, I liked Keegan Murray so much, I knew who we were drafting. I knew we were drafting Ivy. I definitely knew we were drafting Ivy. I knew that Sacramento was going to take Keegan because he was older, and he's more of a piece that you fit with that type of team that's built. Ivy is a player that fits with this team, where you can put him with a Cade, and he can play with other young players, and he has an opportunity to make mistakes this season and grow into the player that we all know he's going to be. A dominant scorer and a force in this league. We know that's where he's headed. So hopefully I can get number 4. Hopefully I can get number 4, man. Because this city probably explode. It'll probably be like a nuclear bomb if we get that lottery ball to give us number 1 again. Because we never thought we'd get number 1 when we got Cade. So ask those Houston fans how they feel about Jalen Green right now. So yeah. With that said, man, it's been an up and down season. There's so much more I can sit here and talk about, but it's been 16 minutes in this video, and I got a lot of breaking down to do for the season. We have the individual videos and breakdowns of these young guys' season, plus we have all the draft work. So y'all know what time of the year it is for me. When the season ends, it's where the work begins for me. I already got a lot of notes written down. I've been watching a lot of guys. So, you know, out of those top 3 guys, pretty much, man, it's time to get the draft scouting going, right? So, yeah, that's where we are, man. But I just want to say I truly appreciate you all. Man, it's been a ride this season. It's definitely been a ride this season. So, you know, let's look forward to this spring and summer. And man, get ready for next year. Get ready for next year, man. It's going to be something else. I'm telling you now. Got my season tickets. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. Detroit basketball. I'm out. Peace.
Wow. Black-owned shoe store. Culture. My culture, though. Let's see what they talking about in here. What's up, little dog? You good? Y'all got something in here for me? I'm talking about exclusive. They got all the dunks? How many dunks they got? Something like these. Y'all got a little vibe in here. They buying shoes, selling shoes. It feels like the culture. They dunking on people. Oh, they doing TikTok. They looking out for the kids. Oh, man, this is great, man. They got all the races working here. It just really feels like culture. You're looking for a black-owned shoe store to get some real drip at? Come up here to Culture Detroit, man. That's what the streets been missing. Welcome home, fam.